Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we have official confirmation. The Demon Hunter problem that has been persisting since the latest balance patch will be addressed with the upcoming major content patch for duos. We're gonna go over what that means, why this is happening, what the changes could be, and all of that good stuff. If you enjoy the content on the channel, if you like or earn your subscription, please hit that sub button down below, give the video a like, it helps out a lot. You guys have been awesome with that, so thank you all very much. So Ridiculous Hat put out this tweet today, or yesterday, sorry, I'm recording this yesterday, April 5th. A note from design: the Masters Tour will be played on the current patch with no changes. So if you're not aware, we talked about it, I think, yesterday or no, 2 days ago, that there's going to be the Masters Tour event next Friday, where there'll be basically to qualify for Worlds. They're going to play it, I guess, on a different client with an old patch, because on the 16th, the Duos patch will launch with a balance change for Demon Hunter. And I do note that it seems to be singular, not plural. This is an extra change. We'll still have a normal patch window, 9 to 14 days after 29.2 as usual. And if we look at our trusty calendar, so we got what, the 16th coming out, 9 to 14 days. We're looking at like the 25th or on my birthday. Maybe we'll get a balance patch on my birthday of April 30th. So that's something to look forward to. That's typically when we'll get like a lot of balance changes. There's usually a lot of buffs, a lot of nerfs. That's still coming, but we will be getting at least one Demon Hunter change. And it was asked, can you confirm that on the 16th for standard, there's only going to be nerfs only for Demon Hunter? And that is confirmed. So no speculation needed. Wheel lock not getting addressed, and you know, the Zilliac stealth module and all sorts of stuff that would happen at a future date. And yeah, the balance patch has been live with like the Paladin murder for a while, and the numbers haven't really improved. The meta hasn't been figured out how to really destroy Demon Hunter. There's counters like the Rainbow Decay and freezing their face, and Warriors all right. But yeah, 57.2% across all ranks. We take a look at the meta itself. It's the only tier 1 deck. I think Vicious Syndicate has it as one of the only tier 1 decks. Really hard to beat. If you look at Donkey.top at Legend, all the best decks, we have again, what, 3, 6, 10. The 10 top decks are either Shopper DH, the straight up Singleton one, or a Reno variant of it that does the exact same thing of running double Umpire's Grasp, getting that Window Shopper. The interaction's broken, right? Like getting that 3 mana 6/5 Window Shopper, getting a mini. Not only you play just a 3 mana 6/5, you get to play another 3 mana 6/5, and then the 1 mana get, you know, the broken Mechtherodon like a lot of the time. So the interaction's just busted. And I actually did note on Twitter just the other day that if you look at the best cards in Arena, itself, without even like a reliable tutor of having Grasp into Window Shopper, it is the 3rd best card in the entire format. It's better than Raid, Boss, and Nixia on average. Like and that's with Arena having the wild pool of like every demon ever, not consistently hitting good stuff. It's just a busted, broken card. It's just so good. Although Wild does have like Z-Lag, the Colossal to hit, which can be pretty nuts, but overall, it's just an absolutely insane card. And if you look at Aggro DH and its matchup spread, it basically loses to nothing at the moment. This is what is this through Legend? It loses to no. It's funny, Rainbow Decay is getting close because people are really honing in on that counter to it. I do really believe the counters that we've shown for it really do counter it, like freezing and all that. But yeah, it's 50% in the mirror. It beats all druids, it beats all hunters, it beats all mages. Although again, Rainbow Mages are really close, and a lot of people argue at higher ranks, Mage does beat Demon Hunter. It beats all paladins. It beats Priest, it beats Rogue for the most part. It's 50% against Highlander Shaman here. It beats Warlock, which will be interesting to see. Like, they're going to nerf Demon Hunter. You take a look at Wheel Warlock. It doesn't lose to a heck of a lot other than that, right? It loses to that Mech Rogue we highlighted. It loses to Rainbow Mage. It loses to some stuff. It shouldn't be too bad. There are counters to it, but it's that thing, right? You knock one deck down. We just saw that with Paladin. Paladin was the best. The Demon Hunter's the best. Is that going to happen again? It could. You never know. But yeah, if you look at the Warrior matchups, it loses a Control Warrior and Highlander Warriors pretty darn close. So the matchups are pretty rough. It definitely warrants a nerf. This is basically I would imagine for them, like an emergency nerf, because normally like major updates that don't have balance changes, like their content updates don't have balance changes. So this is pretty unprecedented. It's happened before, but it's pretty rare. So what are you looking at nerfing? What's going to happen? It did seem singular, but it's possible they nerf two things. I mean, the only thing that matters to nerf for this deck is either Umpire's Grasp or Window Shopper. Mulligan win rate nearing 70% on Umpire's Grasp. It is the deck. The deck is like the whole class is propped up by one interaction. And the thing is, you make it unplayable, you make it not good enough, Demon Hunter goes bye-bye. There's nothing else going on for the class right now. And before this expansion, Demon Hunter was pretty dead. So it's going to be interesting to see how hard they nerf. And if you look at played win rate, the only card that really spikes things up is Window Shopper, of course, because you draw it with the weapon, then play it, and then like Kane and Metamorphosis because they're like finishers. So I feel like you got to hit the weapon. Like the weapon's got to be the main target. It's what drives everything. I know I showed that arena stat that Window Shopper's a busted card, but in standard land, I feel like it's not as busted if it comes down later or for less mana. So what's the change? Again, you could make Window Shopper 7 mana. You could take some stats off of it. That is certainly an approach, but I feel like this is more of a interesting style of card. Like, I feel like Window Shopper is pretty fun to play. I would want them necessarily to kill that card right away. But what I think will happen is the weapon. The weapon is the big one, and there's like 3 different things you can do with it. And I'm curious, considering it's a pretty fast change and it's like thrown into an actual content patch, I feel like they'll take the safest and easiest route of making it like 4 mana and just slowing it down by a turn. Try not to kill it, but slow it down by a turn, which is very significant for a deck like this. I feel like they make it 4 mana, but there's 2 other changes that I wouldn't mind seeing. First, draw a death demon and reduce its cost by 1 instead, so that, yeah, you get a little bit less mana cheat. That also slows it down. That could be relevant, but it also hurts like if you're maybe actually wanting to play a big demon and not just Window Shopper, because Window Shopper just makes it that you never want to play another demon, which feels kind of against the point of big demon decks, but there is that. And the other one that I saw suggested, which is kind of cool, is making Umpire's Grasp a 2/3. Just flip in the stats, make it so you got to smack 1 more time. Still deals the same amount of damage, 2 times 3 is 6, right? And it takes 1 extra swing, 1 extra turn to get that demon out. I feel like the most likely change is 4 mana, but I could see it going any other way. Window Shopper, again, probably not as high on my list of things that they would nerf. And if they nerf any other card, it won't matter. Like, it just won't. They'll put something else in the deck. You could nerf, I don't know, red card. You could nerf Ball Hog, but it's not what makes the deck tick. It's not what makes it broken. Again, you'll just put a different card in. So that's happening. If you're wondering about balance changes, yes, there are some on the way, or at least one. It'll be next Thursday. Of course, we'll keep you guys posted on all of it. We'll have the patch notes and all that to confirm the changes. But yes, Demon Hunter will be getting nerfed, and then another balance patch with a lot of buffs and nerfs will be following, like 2 weeks to a week and a half after that. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think should get nerfed or not. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.